Hello and welcome to Examsaar. This is Ranjit Singh, and in this video we are going to discuss chapter number 1st of economics class 10th. So this is the introduction over here, how we are going to cover chapter number 1st, that is development. These are the topics given here which we are going to cover. First is development. We will see what is development. Then we will move on what development promises. That means different peoples have different aspirations and goals for development. Then we will see development at national level, because in this chapter the development is dealt at two levels. First is individual and the second one is national level. Then we will compare the two countries or states on different parameters or skills, and then we will move forward on the criteria like income and the other criteria. We will see it later. Then we will study public facilities. What are public facilities? The services which are provided by the state or the government, because no one can buy all the facilities or services at own cost. And finally we will deal the sustainability of development. It is a very burning issue. The concept of sustainable development we will deal in the end of the video. So let's start the video. So this is development introduction. So what is development? Development is a complex concept. What does it mean? So let me make it simpler for you. Complex concept means development cannot be defined in a one line or one way, because peoples may have different notions of development. Okay. Second thing is interdisciplinary. What does it mean? Development is studied in different disciplines like economics and political science and other social sciences. So it is interdisciplinary in nature. So you can study this in multiple disciplines, because we are studying in the economics. So development is a process of change in the economic life of people. This is a one line with how you can define the development in economics. And what does economic life includes? So health is there, education is there, and other indicators. What are these other indicators? Like fresh water or the clean water supply to your households, and the uninterrupted supply of electricity to your houses. Okay, these are other indicators for development or economic developments. Let's move forward. What development promises? That means what kind of expectations a person may have from development, how different peoples may have different goals. We will see later with the help of examples. So people have different notion about the development. What does it mean? A pupils who think that the employment is necessary and it is the priority for him or her. On the other hand, the other people may think that sanitation or hygiene or swachhata is much more necessary than the employments. So different peoples have different notion. Okay. So they seek things which can fulfill their aspirations, because at individual level persons thinks to fulfill their aspirations. So what may be the development for one may not be the development for other, because development is not same for everyone. The interesting thing is that even it may be conflicting sometimes. Conflicting means it may be against each other. So let me give you some examples, and here this is a table given in your NCERT. Let's see it, how the development may have different goals or aspirations for different persons. First is landless rural laborers. For landless rural laborers, more days of work, of better wages, local schools that provides quality education to their children's, good working conditions. This may be the development goal for a landless laborer. But for the prosperous farmer from Punjab, the development is and the aspiration is to settle their children's abroad for better opportunities or better jobs. And these 3 4 columns are left blank intentionally for you, for farmers who depend only on rain for their growing crops. So what may be the development for that farmer? The development may be for that farmer is the irrigation services. Government should provide or make a link or the canal systems that provides a water supply to that area, so they can grow their crops. So this is the development for the farmers who depend only on rain or growing crops. So these 3 4 categories are also here, so you can see it and try to uh, answer or try to imagine the goal for these people categories at your own. This is your homework. So let's move forward. The things which he have discussed earlier, sometimes the goals or aspirations may be conflicting of two persons. This is the examples we will try to know how. Think it is a dam, Sardar Sarovar Dam on river Narmada. So it may provide electricity to the industrialists, while on the other hand, on increasing the height of this dam, the adjacent area may be submerged and it may disrupt the normal life of the people of that place, and it may root out the pupils or displace the pupils of that region. So on one side it is good for the industrialist, on the other side it is bad for the local pupils. Let me give you one more example, that is a recent example. What it is? In Odisha there is a project, Puri Heritage Corridor project, that is going under process. So the pupils of that place or the Puri are protesting against that project because that is against those pupils. So they have filed the petition in the High Court. Okay, so now move forward. Income and other goals. This is the criteria on which you can compare the two countries and two states. So income, what is income? Whatever you earn in the form of monetary term, that is called income. So pupils aspire regular work, better wages, and better prices for their crops and other products. So this is the pupils aspire. Besides income, pupil wants equal status, equal treatment, equal opportunities, equality of justice, freedom, security, and dignified conditions for work. So let me make it simpler. Let me make it easy for you. If you have two opportunities of job like A and B, in job A, the employer offers you 20,000 and the working conditions are not well, and the master or the boss treat you like a slave, and he or she do not respect you. And on the other hand, a job which is offering just 18,000 and they respect you and there are dignified conditions of work and they paid salary at time. So which job you will prefer? So you will prefer 18,000 job because the conditions of work are there favorable. Okay, so sometimes people think that income may be the alone criteria to find or select a job. Okay, so let's move forward. National development. Now see it at national level. What is national development? National development is the capacity of the country to raise the standard of living of its residents. How it can be raised? by providing the services or the basic amenities to their citizens. What are these amenities? Maybe electricity supply, fresh water supply, and the road connectivity. These are the services which can be provided through the government. So different persons could have different goals at national level as well, because some pupils want employment, so for them the employment may be at top priority. On other hand, the persons who have employments, so the developmental aspirations for that person may be different. That may be like the quality education and the better health services. Okay, so different pupils at national may have different aspirations of national development. And move forward. How to compare two states or countries? Okay, there are some criteria or scales on which you can compare two countries. First, we will see the average income. What is average income? It is very easy. The total income of the country when it is divided by the number of the peoples, that is population, whatever we get, that is average income. So this is the formula here. The total income of a nation or a state is divided by the total population. Whatever we get, that is average income, and sometimes average income is also known as per capita income. So average income is a very important attribute to compare the two countries or states, but it is not only the criteria. There are other criteria as well. We will see it. So this is the comparison on the basis of income. You can see it here. Country A. These are the 5 peoples are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First income is 9,500 and second one's income is 10,500 and so on. If we find the average, it will come approx 10,000. So it is the per capita income. Country B, 500, then 500, 500, 500, and then finally 48,000, and the average will be same, approx 10,000. So what we want to say, what I want to tell you through this table is that sometime the average income may bluff you, because country A, you are seeing here, most of the citizens are earning same, while on the other hand country B, peoples are 500, 500, 500, and the last one, he is an industrialist or a Ambani man who is earning 48,000, and the average is same in both the cases. So the sometime income or the average income doesn't reflect the real picture of the state or nation. This is a cartoon here. You can see here 4 chairs are here and peoples are 5, so they are just adjusting themselves, and here is a space crunch. On other side, this is the person or uncle in the loose garment occupying the space of 4 chairs alone, while on other hand 4 peoples are here and adjusting themselves on 2 seats. This is the same story like in India. 10% pupils have 90% assets or resources, while on other hand 90% pupils have 10% assets. So sometimes average income doesn't reflect the real picture. Okay, now move forward. Income and other criteria. Income we have already dealt with, and the other criteria is infant mortality rate. What is IMR? We will see here number of children that day before the age of that die. Day is not here, this is die. that die before the 1 year of age on per thousand live births in particular years. So let me make it simpler. Like 100 or thousand infants takes birth in a year and 45 dies in that particular year. So the infant mortality rate will be 45. Okay. What is literacy rate? Literacy rate is the proportion of the literate people in the 7 and the above age group. That means the pupils or the children's below the 7 years of age are not counted in literacy rate. Okay. We can see with the example, like there are 100 pupils and only 40 pupils can read or understand the text of a one language. That means only 40% pupils are literate. Okay. Now move forward. Net attendance ratio. What is net attendance ratio? This is the another criteria on which we can compare the two countries or nations. The total number of children of age group 14 and 15 years attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. We can understand with the example, like there are 100 students of 14 and 15 years and just 55 students are going to schools. So net attendance ratio will be 55. Okay. Now move forward. This is the per capita income. You can see of the different states. Haryana per capita income is 1,80,174. If we will see the per capita income Kerala, it is 1,63,475. Bihar is at third place. Okay. Here you can see on different scales. That was on the basis of average income or the per capita income. Here there are three bases. One is IMR. On the basis of IMR, Haryana is performing bad because the IMR, infant mortality rate, is 30 in Haryana while it is just 10 in Kerala. So Kerala is performing well in health services. Okay. If you see on the basis of average income or per capita income, Haryana comes above from Kerala. Literacy rate, Haryana 82% and Kerala 94%. Okay. Net attendance ratio 61 in Haryana and 83 in Kerala. Okay. So you cannot compare the countries or states only on the basis of one criteria or scale. There are many scales. You can see the example of your class. There are some students who are good in study while other are good in sports, or some other students are good in communication skills. So different students have different skills, so they can be judged on the basis of different criterias. Okay, now move forward. Public facilities. What are public facilities? The facilities which are provided by the state or the government is public facilities, because every facility or services cannot be bought by a citizen at his or her own cost. So money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you need to live well. Like you can have the good services at your home, but you cannot spend or invest in making the roads, because this is the task which is performed by the state government. What are public facilities? These are some examples. Uninterrupted supply of electricity, which is provided by the state governments. Community health centers. Okay, this provides health services. Good road connectivity. Public schools, which provides access to the children who comes from the lower strata of the society. public distribution system, PDS. What is PDS? Through which ration is distributed. These are the shops through which ration, food grains, wheat, rices and other commodities are also distributed from or through the public distribution system. Now move forward. Human Development Report. This is given your NCERT. So let's know about the development report. Human Development Report is released by United Nations Development Program. It is an agency of United Nations, UNDP, and it includes 3 reports or 3 parameters. What are these? Per capita income, life expectancy at birth. What does it mean? When children take birth, for how much years he is supposed to live, that is life expectancy at birth. Okay. Third is the mean years of schooling people is 25 and above. Those peoples who are age group of 25 and above, for how much years he or she attended schools or spent the time in schools. Okay, so mean years of schooling is also the criteria which is included under the UNDP report, which is Human Development Report. Okay, so now move forward. This is the HDI, Human Development Index report, which is released by UNDP, United Nations Development Program, and you can see the positions of the different countries. Sri Lanka, per capita income is 11,326, and the life expectancy ratio or at birth life expectancy is 75.5. Mean years of schooling is 10.9, that is approx 11, and finally the rank is 76, because the rank is decided on 3 parameters in HDI or the Human Development Report. Okay, so India's position is here. Rank is 130. You can see these 3 all parameters. GNI, that is per capita income, then life expectancy is quite below from the Sri Lanka, 68.8%. Mean years of schooling, this is quite below, 6.4%, and finally the rank is 130. And you have to remember it is a report of 2018 which is given your NCERT book. Let's move forward. This is the sustainability of the development. What actually the sustainable development is? So these are some concepts through which you can understand what is the sustainability of the development is. First is the sustainable development, or the development should be enduring and it should not damage to the environment, and it should not damage the future of our generations. So the concept of sustainable development has over the years assumed the phenomenal importance, because the carbon emissions is at great level, and the damage which he have done to the environment is irreparable. It is no more a static concept, it is a dynamic in nature, because the process of development has keep changing, and the type of and the kind of development is also keep changing. So the concept of sustainable development is also changing. So it is a dynamic concept or long-term process. Okay, so how we can summarize this sustainable development? The development without damaging the environment or without compromising the future of our generations. Okay, let's move forward. Sustainable development, these are the some points which are mentioned here. Using the available resources in a wise and judicious manner, working towards maintaining the ecological balance. Second is to prevent the degradation of the environment by laying the emphasis on the protecting the environment. So recently the 5th June has passed, so that is also observed as World Environment Day. So we can spread the awareness of the environmental degradation, so we should not do the damage to the environment. To prevent the over exploitation of resources, because peoples or the developed countries are over exploiting the resources irrationally. Okay, so this is the quote over here. We have not inherited the world or the environment or the earth from our forefathers. We have borrowed it from our children. So we have to give this beautiful earth to our future generations. There is a one Kannada saying, the real owner of the earth is not born yet. Okay, so that's all in the video. If you find this initiative helpful, if you find this video helpful, so you can like it video, hit the like button, subscribe our channel, and if you want many videos like this, you can comment in the comment box. Thank you.